Welcome, I'm so glad you're here. All right, the last few videos I've been working on have had to do with abundance, and surprise, surprise, it's come up once again. So we're on that same vein, but just coming at it from different angles. And what came up to be worked on today was moving from resistance to neutrality to attraction. And I feel like, okay, the thing that came into my mind, somehow it relates to this. And so we're going to just kind of talk through it a little bit. Um, if you saw my shorts video, I don't know, do you call it just a short? Um, there's a video of my daughter sticking a coin on the wall. It made it to, I think it was 56 hours on the wall, you guys. I was going to make a compilation. Maybe I will do that soon, but I'm going to make a compilation of like updating about like how this coin stayed on the wall for 2.5 days. And so if you're not familiar, there's this kind of trick thing that if you, excuse me, that's my kids. If you believe that you can stick this coin on the wall, then you will be able to. And it's like you feel a shift in your heart, and then and then you kind of just know when to let go. And so it's just this really interesting thing that like me as an adult that has all of these conditioning, all of this conditioning kind of telling me that this shouldn't happen. Like this, without tape, without glue, without something keeping it there. Like, and there's also this this trick that people do where they like push up on the coin, and so it sticks with the help of the paint. So it's like it does it fast, and so it kind of activates the paint and makes it into a glue. That's not what we're doing. Like you just stick it onto the wall, you just hold it there, and you feel it. Like once you feel okay, it feels like it's going to stick, and it's like the shift in your heart and in your energy, and you just feel like you're gonna let go and it's just gonna stay there. The first time I got it to stick, guys, I tried this many times before I was actually able to make it stick, and I was just so excited. And then I just told my kids, I'm like, make the stick onto the wall, just like push it on. You don't have to like push really hard, just push it on and make it stay. And you guys, they did it just because they knew that I believed that they could. And it's just been so amazing to witness this happen. And it all has to do with, like, I have this one daughter who, did the 2.5 day coin sticking. And okay, let me add, I did not add this into the short. It is in our like highest trafficked area of our house, right next to a light switch where we probably use that light switch more than almost any light switch in the house. It's like going from our main living area into our kitchen, and then like the garage door is right there, so it's like opening and closing all the time. And people are walking by it. You would think that there would be something that would like rumble it and make it fall. And it's just, you guys, I can get a coin to stick on the wall for like 3 minutes at the very most. Like a lot of times it's only maybe 30 seconds. But this daughter that did it for 2.5 days, she can get it to stick for, like she did it for 2 hours one time, 4 hours another. Don't know what's going on with my hair. But like, so it's very consistent with the person that's putting it on the wall. I even had a daughter who, she's the only one that has done this, and we haven't tried it a ton, but she got a spoon to stick to the wall, you guys. Literally, like, can you even imagine? Like we've tried this several times, and it not as much as the coin, but she's the only one that has gotten the coin or the spoon to stick. And I was like, if anybody can do it, you can. Like I just had this feeling that I knew that she could, and so I told her that, and she believed she could, and it was on there for like a good 30 seconds at least, maybe a full minute. So anyway, okay, we're coming into why I brought this up. And it has to do with this whole resistance thing. So a lot of times when we're trying to attract something into our life, when we're trying to manifest, we want it so desperately that we almost resist it. Like we're just like clasping onto it. That's what I felt like I was doing when I was first trying to put this coin on the wall. And I was just like, I'm seeing other people do it through videos, and I'm like, surely I can do it. Like I feel like I have a lot of faith in myself and a belief in like non-material things. And like, I'm a very open-minded, open-hearted person. I'm like, if anybody can do it, I feel like I can. But like, I wanted it so bad that I feel like I was resisting it. And so when I watched this other video, I was watching a video, and this woman was talking about how she was at this event, and a bunch of people put this on the wall and put the spoons on the wall and everything like that. And I'm like, I'm just gonna do it. And I did not have any kind of expectation. It was just a completely different energy and mindset. And I stuck it onto the wall, and it stayed for like, I don't even know, somewhere between 5 and 10 seconds. And I was just completely in awe. And so there's something about the process of just letting go and not holding on to something so tightly that it just like, it causes resistance, because it's almost like we don't have a belief that it'll happen. And so, okay, now that I have explained that, we're almost 7 minutes in, that's okay. It's important, like background and like perspective, I feel like that I shared. So how we're going to work on how to move out of resistance and into, not like the next step is neutrality, but we're just going to go into attraction, from resistance to attraction. Okay, perfect. I'm being led to the solar plexus chakra, which is our chakra of identity, our self-concept, just basically anything that represents us as an individual. It kind of resides in the solar plexus. So we are going to work on our beliefs about what is possible. And clearing out the conditioning that is telling us that miracles don't happen, that, you know, there is just a set kind of like formula where things happen. You have to work hard for this many hours, for this many days, this many years in order to achieve X, or whatever it is. Like, we all have conditioning when it comes to being able to get the things that we feel like we need or want. And so I'm getting that we need to clear out the emotion of hatred. I'm gonna see if I can get clarity on this. Oh, I love this. Okay, it says, sometimes daydreaming is a full-time job. Make the most of it by imagining what could be instead of longing for what couldn't be or never was. So that's the type of okay, I'm getting that the hatred is coming from hating that we can't have what we want. So we're going to clear out that feeling of hatred. Breathe. Again, I'm doing this for you. Just believe that it's happening. But if you'd like to breathe or tap or whatever, wherever you feel like tapping, do it. But all you have to do is listen and just believe that it's happening. So and being cleared out. So we're clearing out this hatred of not being able to have what we want to have. And we're just going to take on this belief that we are just going to daydream about making the most of this life and not caring about pre-programmed anything. We're just going to be like, I believe I want this to happen, and I don't know how it's going to happen. I just know that it will. So that's what we're going to say. I want this thing to happen. You just fill in the blank. I want this to happen so bad. And I don't know how it's going to happen. I just know without a doubt that it's going to happen. And it's going to surprise me how it's going to happen, because I did not even know that this was a possibility. It just didn't exist in my brain, in my experience, in my reality. And it feels like a miracle because it just happened this way that I didn't expect. I just saw 11:11. I didn't expect this to happen, but it did. And I would not believe it if I hadn't experienced it and witnessed it happening. Okay, so this is a type of belief we are going to put into our solar plexus. Okay, is there anything else we need to do with the solar plexus? No. Okay. What else do we need to do to move out of resistance into attraction? I'm getting this visual of these two magnets, and of course like attracts like, right? So is it the negative sides? The negative and negative? I guess it doesn't matter, but like the negative and negative attract, and the positive and positive, like if they're together, they like resist. So, okay, what I'm getting is like, we're seeing that everything is in play. Like, we have done all the inner work. We have created a life of not resisting, like instead of our batteries or our magnets being like this, positive, positive, they're like this, negative, negative, and they're supposed to be attracting to one another, right? Whatever it is that we're wanting and needing. But what I'm seeing is on one of the magnets, there's like this film. I'm seeing like a plastic film. There's something that is getting in the way of this magnetism to take place. It's like it kind of happens, but it's like a really weak connection. And so we're just going to in our mind, we're going to take off that thing that's in the way. Like, why have it there? Somebody put it there on accident. It was just not supposed to be there. We're going to throw it away. It has absolutely no purpose. And then all of a sudden we see the magnets just like zoom together and they're magnetized together. Okay, that's all we need to do for that one. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to read this because it's just really good. This is from The Inner Marriage by Elliot Saxby, and it's on page 79. It says, take responsibility for the painful experiences of our life. Does Okay. Okay. Taking responsibility for the painful experiences of our life does not mean that we are guilty and our abusers innocent. It means on the deepest level that once we exercise free will and heal our traumas, physically, emotionally, and mentally, we are able to take our power back, controlling our life with the vibrations we choose. We can only fully take back our power when we forgive both them and ourselves for creating the situation. We move from victimhood, which is the immature feminine, into creative power, which is the mature feminine. So from victimhood into creative power. Once we forgive, that's what we move. We move out of victimhood and we move into creative power. When we release our judgments, which is immature masculine, and take full responsibility for our life, which is mature masculine. Okay, I don't know. I read that weird. So when we release our judgments, which is immature masculine, and take full responsibility from our life, mature masculine. That reads weird. Oh, we move from victimhood into creative power, and then from judgment into taking responsibility. Okay, when seemingly bad things happen, regardless of our vibration, we need to remember that a higher vibration equals less of these seemingly bad things. When seemingly bad things happen, regardless of our vibration, we need to remember that a higher vibration equals less of these seemingly bad things. Okay. So what I'm getting from that is that, like, once we're healed, like once we're in a certain higher vibration, that impact is going to just basically eliminate the judgments and the victimhood mentality. Okay, so we are going to, what do we need to do to get out of victimhood mentality? Okay, there is a miasm, and this is something that it's just part of the matrix. It's just like everybody has this, I feel like, in their energy that they inherit from mom or dad or grandma. We're just going to trust that our higher self will know exactly where it's attracted from or where we inherited it from, and we're going to clear it out. This victim mentality is just a distortion in our energy that is distorting our reality. It's bringing experiences into our life that are kind of putting us into the victim mentality. Okay. That's cleared. Is there anything else we need to do with this? Okay, sorry, my daughter just texted. Is there anything else we need to do to get out of the victim mentality? No. Is there anything we need to do to get out of judgment? And remember, when I'm talking about masculine and feminine traits, we have each of them inside of us. Think of, the yin yang symbol where it's both the masculine and feminine is within us. And we have, for the most part, I think there are some people who are like equally feminine and masculine, but for the most part, we are more dominantly feminine or masculine, but we have a little bit of the others mixed in. And so how do we move out of judgment? Jealousy. Oh, judgment. This judgment is based out of jealousy. And we're going to just tear that out because we do not need that. We're not jealous. We don't need jealousy. We're not jealous. We have nothing. We have everything that we need. We are capable of everything that anyone else is capable of in this world. Like, if you haven't watched my video on tapping into the well of abundance, you have access to everything you possibly need. So go watch that if you haven't. Okay, we remove the jealousy. Is there anything else we need to work on? Nope, having to do with that. Okay. So we are people who are are creators of our own life, and we take responsibility for what's ours. So if we see something happening in our life that we don't like, we take the creative step into and responsibility. We take creative responsibility and we change that situation. We change our vibration, our energy, and we move out of that victim mentality and we move out of judgment, because what other people are doing is none of our business. We only care about what our life looks like, and we have every bit of control over that. Got it? Yes, got it. Okay. I think that's it for today. I'm getting that we cleared that out. So from now on, instead of being in the victim mentality, instead of being in, what is it? We're not in resistance anymore. We're in attraction, right? Moving from out of resistance into attraction. And that is now our vibration. We've removed that layer of whatever was preventing us from being magnetized to what we need or want in our life. And there are no blockages. There's just a free, straight path to exactly what we need and want. Okay, magnificent. I am just so excited for you to magnetize whatever it is you want into your life, and tell me all about it. Okay, bye.